this video, I visited a team that pays just £1 per year for their football stadium. It's quite incredible how the community have rallied around to help this little village football club become a pyramid team in Scotland, and hopefully it will give them a springboard to go on and one day become a league club. But since they pay just £1 for their stadium, what can you get for £1 in the shops in the UK these days? Can't even get fruit pastels for less than £1 in 2025, or a small little Easter egg. Bread, no, £1.10. You can get some ibuprofen for less than a stadium. So you can't get much for less than £1 these days, can you? But you can get a football stadium, kind of. We've got to go to West Linton in Scotland for this one. You're going to have to try and envisage this being an old football ground. I'm not sure how much of a stadium it would have been, but once upon a time, the team that has a new stadium, the newest team, certainly last season they were definitely the newest team in the Scottish Pyramid system, used to play here. Now they've got their own lovely little ground, but this is now a school, and look at these beautiful surroundings. I'm super buzzing that this is my first video back in Scotland. Yeah, it's brilliant to be back. I think we should see a lot of familiar faces today because it's the end of the Scottish ground hop. So I was away in Hungary at the weekend and Andorra during midweek, but now we're back for some Scottish non-league. When was my last Scottish non-league video? My last actual video in Scotland was Charlie Mulgrew's Kelty Hearts debut. But if we have a little look back on my channel, my last non-league video in Scotland was East Kilbride against, who did they play? Was it like Falkirk or something? Yeah, East Kilbride Falkirk, like 3 months ago, which is a long time for me. I've done a lot of Scottish videos since then, but in terms of like non-league, this is my first one for a while, so I'm really excited. And given that it's my first non-league Scottish video for so long, there is only one way we can start this video. It's so early on a Sunday morning, I was expecting to get a roll and sausage up in the town, but shut on it, Glenn.
Yeah, all shut.
You're part of the ground hopping weekend today.
Yeah.
Tail end of it on a Sunday here at
first one.
West Linton. What do you make of this?
Nice little setup.
It's not your usual surrounding for a football stadium, is it?
No, it's Farmers Field.
I'm Campbell Forsyth, chairman of Linton Hotspur.
And are you still the newest club in the Scottish Pyramids? Last season was your first ever season,
Yeah, it's good.
was it?
It was 23-24 was our first ever season, yeah. We're certainly still the newest on the east side of the country. I'd need to check if we're the newest across the board. There may well have been an addition in the west.
And so when I came last time, these porta cabins were essentially like building sites.
Yep.
This one wasn't here, I don't think. This is going to be a gym. What are the kind of developments that we'll see today?
That's a little hospitality lounge, so we've got 18 of our main sponsor today, who's Invest, Retire, Protect. This is going to be a gym for player and community use, and yeah, I think the rest of it is just trying to keep going with what we've got rather than too many more improvements. But we've got big plans, but yeah, they're always quite difficult to execute. I
feel like this is one of the most unique stadiums in Scotland, generally, even from the top to the bottom, because there aren't too many non-league clubs like yourselves who have got almost brand new non-league stadiums. Either they're all in old stadiums that are crumbling, or they're in newer ones that are built by the council and they've got running tracks or astro pitches, whereas this is a proper new non-league stadium. Yeah,
I mean, it's brand new is a difficult term for us to probably absorb. We used to have porta cabins. It's difficult for you to see from here, but probably about 200 yards up that field. This was a field when we took it on in 2012, so it's been a bit of a labour of love for a lot of people over that period of time, and a lot of the work was instigated by the compliance requirements to get into the league, which we executed over 2022-2023 to comply with the league requirements. But we've got huge plans. This is our training area on this side. We've got 100.
So you train behind this fence here, yeah?
During the summer months, obviously. In the winter we need an artificial facility, same as everybody else. But
how does it work in terms of ownership then? Do you own the ground?
We have a 99-year lease over the ground, so effective ownership.
And if I remember rightly from when I came here last time, do you lease it for £1 a year or something?
It's £1 a year, so it's effective ownership. It was a local businessman who very kindly dug us out a little bit of a hole.
So you pay £1 a year, and you've got this incredible...
So I mean, essentially that was the tenure that we were offered at the time. So
brilliant,
we took it, and to some extent we've not looked back. without security of tenure, we had no ability to develop the ground in any way. You've got no ability to raise any capital against it. You've got no ability to get grant funding if you don't actually have security of tenure over the ground. So we got that in 2014, 2015. Again, thanks to a local businessman who stepped in and ultimately owns the ground. But that's given us the platform to be able to develop what we've got today, and hopefully we've got big plans for an artificial facility on this side.
So this is your dad's take on that. This is the new Ibrox
take on the
gate,
Ibrox gate.
the LHFC. So
It's the same on both sides.
in 100 years there'll be people here looking at this gate saying it was built by your dad's name is
Neil.
Neil. He's the groundsman here.
He's the groundsman, yeah. Not sure they'll be there in 100 years, but
I reckon they will be.
No.
Stands of 50,000, Champions League football.
Yeah, that's the plan.
So I'm Rudy Fleming, one of the co-managers at Linton Hotspur Football Club.
So today it's second yourselves against fifth. So it should be quite a big game, quite feisty. Some people have told me maybe.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Obviously, every game's hard in this sort of league, but it'll be good today. Obviously, the ground top day as well, so there's going to be a big crowd.
Yeah.
The boys they'll be up for it. It's a good opportunity for them to play in front of a big crowd as well. So it'll be tough, but we're confident.
You've coached at a few clubs
Yeah.
in the east of Scotland, but what attracted you to come and be co-manager at a club like Linton Hotspur?
Obviously, just looking around, even just now, the facilities and stuff like that. And there's a lot of talk about where the club's going and sort of the aspects of it. So just obviously the project, the journey that they've obviously had, and what it's going to be going forward as well. So,
How far do you reckon a club like this can go then?
I'm one of those sort of achieve big or dream big. So look, if it keeps going like this, they can go through the leagues 100%, and who knows how high that could be.
There's been clubs like I've covered, like Vale of Leven before, who have been in the Lowland League and stuff, and like they've been up the divisions and done well, and like a lot higher than the division that you're in now. So there's no reason that a club like this couldn't.
No, not at all.
Do that.
And do you know what? See, the likes of the backing of the committee and stuff, and obviously the community as well. That's exactly what it's all about, and obviously the community support this club massively. So it's good. It's got all the foundations in order to go as far as they want.
Perfect. Good luck today, mate. Appreciate it, man. Look at this, ready? Look, we got the pitch behind us, and then just over here we got this little stand that we're in, and then behind the stand is all these training pitches and stuff. So they rent it for just £1 a year. All the communities come together to help build this little mini stadium that you see now, from just literally a field to what it is today. It's a beautiful little non-league stadium, and this club has amazing potential to hopefully rise up through the divisions. If in 20 years we can come back here and they're a league club, I'd be so buzzing for them, and I wouldn't even be surprised, because we've seen other teams in small tiny little areas do well and rise up through the ranks, and there's no reason why a club like this couldn't do the same if all the community pull in the same direction. One day here. I'm currently with
Michelle
and
Ben.
and you're up from Birmingham
we are.
Yes.
for the ground hopping weekend.
Yeah.
What's been your favourite ground you've ever been to in Scotland?
We've got different ones.
I've got Hampden Park.
Hampden Park, okay.
Hampden Park, not for the ground.
Not
Well, for this
ground
weekend, or
hopping.
just generally, what's your favourite in Scotland? So yours is Hampden Park.
Yeah.
Bathgate yesterday.
Bathgate yesterday,
really
yeah.
loved it, yeah.
And just for you, so Bathgate yesterday, but just generally in Scotland, what's been your number one, would you say?
Arbroath.
Arbroath.
Yeah.
I think the closest ground to the sea in
sea,
Europe,
yeah.
I want to
We
say.
parked our camper van there, didn't we?
Oh, camper, yeah, you can. They park up the
Yeah.
side, don't they? And what do you make of this ground so far?
Lovely.
Absolutely lovely.
I mean,
super.
just look at it. Look at these surroundings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have made my weekend.
You've made mine. Thank you very much.
Honestly, I mean that.
Appreciate you watching the videos for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so,
yeah.
why do you enjoy ground hopping in Scotland and stuff? Because you're from England, you come up here a lot.
It's the atmosphere, I think.
Yeah.
It's got it right up here. I think you sell it as well.
Yeah.
You sell the
You have
Scottish
sold
football.
Scottish
They sell it themselves. I just got to come along and
Yeah,
do my
you
thing.
show
But
it
it's
to us, don't you? So it's brilliant.
It's something that I'd not really considered before I saw your videos. So
Okay,
I think
really?
you're a real asset to Scottish football.
oh no, I appreciate that. No, thank you
Yeah,
very much.
And that's meant as well.
Terry, good to see you again, mate. It's been a while. You must have made a good bit of money this weekend again.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah?
Been good. Yeah.
What's been your biggest sellers this weekend?
Non-league.
Just non-league, all non-league. Look at them. Oh, here's your Scottish teams up here.
Yeah, that was full up. 5 days, so there's quite a few
Was
of
it?
them
Yeah,
gone.
nice, done well.
I'm 75 quid down already. And this is like, you got to treat me for a nice meal.
I've got to keep these boys happy. I've got badges to buy. Got to keep these boys happy.
Exactly, I know.
Especially for him.
You did, aye.
Gateshead was
You kept your word, brought Gateshead for me.
nice. Yeah.
I tried to get 2 weeks ago at Stockport and you never had it with him, so.
There's Luger, been there.
I spent a 2 weeks trying to find one for him.
Good man.
Sammy.
Sam,
Loves it. Loves the camera.
Sam, come sit down.
Is he allowed a pie at the games or?
He is allowed to fight the game,
nice.
yeah.
One happy dog. Get to go to non-league and have
All
pie.
excited at the moment.
So, Glenn, not just any old pie, a Hotspur pie at Linton Hotspur. Should we give him a whirl?
Absolutely.
So you can go all around the world. You go to Andorra, you can go to Liechtenstein, you can go to all these countries that I've been to this year, but you don't get a strand like this, do you? Always have 2 bites before you rate it. That's the rule. It's pretty good, that. 9.5. 9.5. That's a big rating. What's the best pie you've ever had in Scotland? Big debate, that, isn't it?
Probably here.
You've been to Broxburn?
No, not yet.
Shout out.
Place to be.
Good to see you again. Hello. I think I saw you on Fusion Josh's video as well, didn't I? You
did, yeah.
At the ground top last, was it a couple of weeks back?
But yeah, 2 weeks ago.
What do you make of the ground hop this weekend up in Scotland and more generally this stadium as well?
I like how they've mixed it up with the leagues this year, all the way from the Lowland League last night down to the bottom tier of the 3rd division of the East of Scotland League.
Yeah.
I quite like this ground. Is it brand new?
It's pretty new, so they've done a lot of redevelopments to it. I think they leased the land off the farmer for £1 in like 2013, and they've just been building little bits here and there. But essentially, yeah, it's a brand new non-league stadium, which you don't get, do you, very often?
Oh no, especially in Scotland, they're all very, very old ones.
They're all really old, or they're council built.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at all the parking out on the street as well.
Good for the town.
Yeah, brilliant.
Oh yes!
No, today. That's what happens when you don't ask us for it. You gotta go at me real fast. We'll win tough.
What do you make of the setup?
Love it. We were here kind of 2 months after they come into the league, and it's such a good setup, especially it's 9th tier.
Yeah.
And
we think they've got about the 6th highest attendance in all of the east of Scotland, and they're the 9th tier.
Remarkable given you've got your established Tillabeaths, Musselburghs. Okay, they've lost in Lithgow and Bowness, but still brilliant crowds down here and brilliant setup and great wee club.
Yeah, thinking of some of the stadiums as well, in a lot higher than this in the pyramid. You got cages, you got Astro pitches, you got old stadiums as well that have got good character, but there aren't many new-ish non-league stadiums like this with this level of quality, I would say.
They've done amazingly that they've managed to build something out of. Not this was fields not that long ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, it still basically is around it. Look, as we can obviously see, it's sheep everywhere.
They've built.
But yeah, you're right.
It's nothing, and it's not. It doesn't get that many games called off for a grass pitch.
2 degrees out here right now, and he's gone for an ice cream.
Well,
It's got to be done, to be
it has
fair.
to be done, yeah.
Oh, it's such. Nice 9th tier tackle that. So do you reckon them paying £1 a year for this stadium,
I think it's.
has that got to be the bargain of the century or what?
No, yeah. I think definitely good for the community though, getting all of the local villages.
Yeah, I think the businesses like came together to
Yeah,
give them the land and give
them
them.
heart, and the more developed the community, the better for the local area, really.
I filmed a goal.
Linton, come out.
God, finally filmed a goal.
I had a whole head of hair when I started in business 4 years ago, and it's thin.
Speaking of which, we met last time.
We did.
At your restaurant
Yep,
in
thank
the
you for
town.
coming back.
Oh mate, loved it. Loved it
see
last
you
time,
again.
and I'm back again. So what have you thought of the game so far?
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, done alright, haven't they? 2-0 up.
Aye.
What would it mean to see them get promoted? Because top 3 go up in this league,
Oh
and it's
yeah,
looking
really
good. How far can they go as a club then, do you reckon?
Far.
Up to the leagues, SPFL one day. We'll be back here, watch them in League 2 in a few years' time.
Aye, but they won't beat the Jambos.
You're a Hearts fan?
Aye.
Yeah, do you get a lot of Hearts fans around it? Is that like the most common?
Aye, there's probably, and I think there'll be more Hearts fans than anything else. There's a lot of Rangers fans around here too, right enough.
And so, in terms of like the stadium, then you rent it out for like £1 a year.
Yep. So
And you're able to sort of do whatever you want in terms of like renovating it, developing it.
So the chap Jim that bought the ground for us when we were told by the council back in 2010 that we had to move out of our old ground. Jim's local man, great man, and yeah, he gave us a 99-year lease, £1 a year.
£1 a year, what a bargain!
We can effectively do whatever we want with it. Every now and again he checks in,
Yeah.
and you see him from time to time, but he's he played rugby for Scotland, so big sporty kind of man.
Yeah, nice.
And yeah, we've continued to kind of, I think probably since the last time you were here, Sam, I think we've continued to kind of build, and we've got a wee gym opening soon. And yeah, it's good.
And what's the one change that you'd make if you had the power just to go and add something, or I know you got the gym coming, but if you could,
How long have you got?
I think there's one glaring thing that I think I definitely know you need.
What do you think?
Floodlights.
Yeah. So
Get some floodies in and then you're sorted.
So that's the next step for us as a club. Now we've got the East of Scotland kind of. Now we're established in East Scotland in our second season. The next step for us is getting licensed.
Nice.
So getting the floodlights up and getting licensed. We've had preliminary meetings with the SFA about it.
So watch this space, yeah.
Watch this space, yeah.
Happy
Hopefully
days.
Next time you're back.
Yes, love that. It was an absolutely brilliant feeling to get back to a game like that. What I love most about these types of videos that I do, particularly like when there's the ground hop weekends that are on, is the sense of community. The people that you see, you'd have seen them through my videos a lot, the regulars who are on at certain games, not just on the ground hop weekends, but I'll see them at random games here or there. I just see the same like familiar faces and that community of people who rally behind and rally around non-league and lower league Scottish football. I love it because like these clubs can't really continue without the support of fans and without the support of local communities as well. I have actually made a video at this football club before, but I hadn't seen them play, so it's nice to actually get back from all my travels and watch them play. I'm currently in England again. I've had a lot of stuff in my personal life, meaning that I've not been able to be in Scotland that much at the start of 2025 in the first like 3 months of the year, but hopefully in April and May I'll be back a little bit more and I can do a few more videos in Scotland. I don't think there's been too many massive stories anyway, apart from like Rangers changing manager again, but that seems to happen every season. All the clubs are out of Europe except from Rangers, who are obviously in the quarterfinals, so fair play to them, but domestically they've been poor. I did also let everybody know what's going on with me and the warm-up as well on my TikTok recently, so make sure you go and follow me on TikTok and go and watch that to see why I'm not there anymore and doing that. Yes, hopefully, people of Scotland, I'll be back doing more Scottish videos in the weeks to come, and hopefully as well I can keep doing more videos out and about as well, because I've been getting a good response on a lot of them, like the Liechtenstein one, the Andorra one, and like the videos in Canada and the USA and stuff. So I really appreciate everybody who's sticking by me and sticking by this channel. There's been a little bit of a change up in the way I've been making content, going more in depth into stories, but yeah, watch this space and hopefully you'll be able to find like a nice balance between like Scottish football and football around the world as well. But yeah, in England currently, got a couple of videos in England planned this week that I'm here, but then yeah, who knows what the future will hold between April, May, end of the season. I really appreciate again everybody for watching this channel and sticking by it, and also all the people who help to keep lower league Scottish football going. That team, Linton Hotspur, they're really new to the pyramid system. They were amateur for almost all of their history except from like the last 2 seasons when they've joined the pyramid system, and now they have like a brand new non-league stadium that they rent for just like £1 a year, and they can do whatever they want to it and just improve it. So hopefully in 20-30 years time we'll be watching them in a Champions League with stands of 50,000. Alright, that's maybe a little bit ambitious, but can we see them in a Lowland League? Can we see them in League 2? Why not? Huge thanks for watching, everybody. Really appreciate you all.